out blowing, and he starts to move away. Those that have anchored him in multis start cheering as he goes home to score and score pretty easily in the end.
Yeah, pretty impressive win there by Blow-In. Looks like a pretty nice progressive horse, doesn't he? Interesting horse. He just keeps improving and improving, and where he'll get to, I'm not really sure, but we'll probably take him back to town his next start. And there's a nice 1400 metre Class 1 at Sandown. Looks the obvious race for him in a couple of weeks, so not to overtax him. But he's probably the ideal sort of horse to set for that Country Trainers series where you're chasing good prize money in the middle of the spring. So if I don't overtax him now, hopefully he can hold up for another couple of weeks or so. But he seems to be going pretty good, and he come through that run really well. Thought Come Along Jeffrey's run had plenty of merit. We just got stuck on the inside there where you didn't want to be. Ironically, isn't it? You draw a barrier 2 over 1100. You think that's great. Then the track ends up, you have to sort of get off the fence and come down the middle of the track and probably come against him. If you drew 6 or 7, he probably almost wins. So I'm not sure where I'll go with him, but he's, he won well. Then he's backed it up with another good run. And I don't think he's a wet tracker. I absolutely think he's going to be a better horse on top of the ground. So a lot of upside to him. Sure where I'll go. There's even a synthetic series, sprint series. He might be the ideal horse to sort of come in late and only have the one run on the synthetic and get to that. So whether that's his, where we'll head with him, I'm not sure. But both those horses have raced well and come through the run well. Here's one for the punters, social studies. Now, form is absolutely horrific. And my track work rider said to me this morning he's going to have $10 on her. So there you go. She's in at Wangaratta on Saturday in a mile 0 to 58. It's a mile maiden, what am I saying? Or 1590 maiden or something. Its form is just terrible, and we've tried a few things with her. We put a tongue tie on it, and it seems to have really got her to relax, and she's just a different horse. So her last 2 gallops have been really strong, so the way she worked up this morning, you would certainly say she's going to be competitive in a maiden, so she'll be, I don't know, she'll be 100 to 1. And but Nigel, our work rider, is going to have his $10 on, so that's probably do me. So if you're going to have a lazy little $5, it might be worthwhile having it on her for the place. That's social studies at Wangaratta on Saturday. Hong Kong Fighter will have his first start on Saturday at Wangaratta. Or having said that, I need him to draw a gate. I need him to. He needs a lot of favours. This horse. He just needs to be really placed. This time of year, coming into the spring, there's going to be some really nice horses in the races. So he needs to draw a nice barrier where he can jump, not spend. If he doesn't draw a good gate, he's going to really struggle a little bit. But and I want to make sure that we place this horse right. So, but if he draws a nice gate, he'll go round at Wangaratta Saturday. He'll jump and put himself in a good spot. He's very fit, very sound, and very healthy, and he'll run as good as he can possibly go. So that'll be Hong Kong Fighter on Saturday at Wang. Solar Flash goes first up at Wang on Saturday. She's had a big long spell, and ironically I got this horse in work so Maddie could ride her at the races, and Maddie's off had a fall and she's been off, so we can't be hanging around. We've got to go to the races, so she'll run there. She's just a horse. She needs to improve a fair bit, but she needs to kick off and get going, so it'd be nice if she could earn a bit of prize money, and then we'll sort of get up to get her fit, and hopefully Maddie can sort of get back on top of her and win on her. Yeah, got Wangaratta in at Warrnambool Tuesday. He unfortunately didn't get a run the other day at Donald, so he has to wait another week. But interesting horse. He just he's a long way deep in his prep, but I thought his work, his last 2 gallops have been really good. So just a matter of he just needs to do it. Just needs to have this prep, and we're going to be pretty tough on him this prep and sort of educate him right all fair way. But he just needs to have this prep. Unfortunately, that he's whether he's going to win a race, I'm not sure this time in. But he's shown us enough to be worthwhile going on with, and he's coming from a really low base, and he's getting there. I just really like the way that he sort of doesn't need a mate to work with anymore. He tracks up strong by himself, and he's starting to gallop up a bit better. So that'll be Wangaratta at Warrnambool on Tuesday if he gets a run.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Belmia. We actually raced the mum, Beyond Pretty, so always exciting when you race the mum and then you see what their progeny can produce. And yeah, she's a really nice filly. She's always a filly that's had a bit of quality about her. She's a lovely type, but probably just her attitude has probably been her downfall. But this time in, she's a completely different horse. She just goes out in the track and does her work now, where previously she'd always have to go around the pony and she'd whip around and carry on and whatever. But this time in, she's much more mature horse. she's been in work about 5-6 weeks now, so she's not too far off a trial. She'll probably need a couple of trials, and then hopefully we'll get to the races. She wasn't too far off getting the races last time in, but she just sort of, just sort of lost the plot a little bit. Just a young horse that just needed a break. She's had that break and she's come back in, and yeah, really excited what she can do this prep.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. See, the boys did the video last week, and Big Jobs did mention to me that he does the video, and then we get a winner. See how that works? Well done. But speaking of that horse, Blow In, pretty nice horse, isn't he? He sort of won pretty impressively. Where he'll end up, I'm not sure, but certainly, certainly a metro grade horse. A couple of those horses, like Come Along Jeffrey, I thought he was good the other day. Blow In, and a couple of other younger horses that are sort of coming through. Certainly the midweek sort of horses coming through in the spring, so you never know where they'll get to. But anyway, they'll all fit and healthy and well. Stable's going well. Till next week. See you later. What else have we got? No idea what I'm going to say. I haven't done it again. Can't think of anything. Until next week. See you later.